Thanks for joining us at noon. I'm Sam Shocker. Well, after yesterday's intense wind, things are a bit calmer today, although still breezy, as communities across Colorado are still assessing damage. 9 News reporter Courtney Yoon is in Boulder, sharing the growing concern with the people over there.
We're here at Fairview High School in Boulder, where there is no power here this morning in the Boulder Valley School District. 21 of their 56 schools are still without power today, and I'm here with Randy Barber with the school district. Randy, tell me a little bit about what you guys are dealing with. I know you guys had some damage to buildings as well.
Yeah, good morning. So we've got 21 schools that don't have power still at this hour. We're assessing the damage. We know that Fairview here had a broken doorway area, including about 10 windows. A number of other schools have had similar kind of damage to windows, down trees, down fences, that kind of thing.
Yeah, we know that broken window, it happened in that doorway. It happened during school yesterday and kind of was a shock for everybody. It was a little scary.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely frightening for our students and our staff as they were going through that. And then also the idea of, having to kind of, do school without power is always a little bit tough.
Yeah, and so today we know that you guys canceled class, but we know that there's also more wind coming tomorrow. Any idea yet if classes will be canceled tomorrow as well?
Yeah, we're definitely keeping a close eye on the forecast and working with our emergency managers. And so we're going to be monitoring that situation and then making a call hopefully later today.
Got it. And I know it's like a very complicated decision-making process when you guys do cancel class. Some parents and students might be waking up this morning saying, hey, my school does have power. Why can't we come to class today?
Yeah, we've certainly gotten some of those kind of questions from parents. If you see the lights on at your school, that doesn't necessarily mean that we're ready for school. So again, with that damage, and then also, a lot of our services are centrally held. So food services, for instance, works out of the culinary kitchen in Boulder, and their power was out for most of the night. We also have staff and students that live in this area, and so you can imagine without power, it's pretty tough. How do you, get ready in the morning if you don't have a warm shower and that kind of thing. So we really want to be cognizant of that. The fact that they're going to have to drive through darkened intersections and that kind of thing to get to school, it just didn't feel safe this morning.
Yeah, definitely a lot goes into those decisions. Thank you so much, Randy, for joining us today.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
All right, so as you guys heard, again, Boulder Valley School District dealing with 21 schools without power today. Make sure to check their website for any updates on classes being canceled for tomorrow. In Boulder, Courtney Yoon, 9 News.
And the wind still causing headaches a day later. Xcel's outage map shows more than 58,000 customers without power. Core Electric is also reporting nearly 11,000 customers without power. Out east in Yuma, multiple fires have been burning overnight along the Nebraska and Kansas state lines. The Yuma County Sheriff's Office says it all started last night during the windstorm. They say 3 fires sparked while seeing gusts up to 70 miles per hour. They believe downed power lines may have sparked the flames. Today, they say 2 of those fires are contained. The 3rd is still active. Officials say it's about 12,000 acres in size. Yuma County Emergency Management said people can go back to their homes but need to stay vigilant and prepare for potential re-evacuation. All right, well, meteorologist Keely Chalmers is with us now. Keely, we could see even more strong winds yet again tomorrow. As bad as last night, yesterday?
Well, I'll tell you what, we are forecasting for 80+ mile per hour wind gusts in the Boulder area, Golden, Arvada, those same areas that we saw those 100 mile per hour wind gusts yesterday. So again, it is going to be another strong event with those winds getting even stronger. It's going to start the day off tomorrow with some breezy conditions getting stronger, those winds, as we head into the afternoon. Want to show you this live shot. This is Burlington across the eastern plains, shaking a little bit. It was shaking like crazy about a half an hour ago. But look at those winds across the eastern plains. Again, we're looking at close to 50 mile per hour winds in Burlington and Holyoke right now, Akron 40 mile per hour winds. As we head closer to the metro area, again, those winds not quite as strong, just some breezy conditions, although close to 30 mile per hour winds in Centennial right now. But again, closer you get to the foothills, we're seeing those winds still 40, 50+ miles per hour. And as we take a look at our wind gust forecast heading into the afternoon, again, not too bad up and down the I-25 corridor, but we're looking at 20 to 30 mile per hour wind gusts out across the eastern plains, 70, 80 mile per hour wind gusts in the foothills in those usual wind prone areas. Tomorrow, that's where we're going to see those winds really pick up tomorrow afternoon across not just the foothills, but across the plains as well. We do have fire weather warnings to talk about and watches, and that does include the I-25 corridor and the metro area. We'll break down the timeline and go over the fire weather danger as well as the high wind danger coming up in your complete forecast in just a bit.
Keely, thank you. The man accused of attacking 2 people at a salon in Loveland made his first appearance in court today. Kyle Behrens is accused of entering endless summer tanning last week and randomly attacking an employee with a hammer before then attacking a customer with a knife. Both victims were injured but were able to fight back. Police then arrived and arrested him on suspicion of attempted first-degree murder, first-degree arrest, and other charges. He'll be back in court on February 23rd. The United States government has admitted fault for the deadly mid-air collision over the Potomac River in January between an American Airlines flight and an Army helicopter. The admission was in response to the first lawsuit filed by one of the victims' families. In court documents filed Wednesday, the government said it breached a duty of care to the plaintiffs, quote, thereby approximately causing the tragic accident. The collision killed 67 people and was the deadliest plane crash on American soil in more than 2 decades. Luigi Mangione's lengthy pretrial hearing has officially wrapped up. Mangione is accused of fatally shooting the CEO of United Health outside a Manhattan hotel last year. The hearing focused on what evidence would be allowed at trial, and Mangione's attorney argued that the contents in his backpack should not be admitted into evidence because police didn't have a search warrant and lacked the grounds to justify a warrantless search. The judge is not expected to rule until May.